has happened in this church. I go to a little church in Andover, Vermont now that we have about 50 or 55 there every week. But no growth in that church like you've got down here. Of course, we don't have the communities around us like you have here. It's just a blessing to come down here and see all the people.
Yeah, I want to share a little bit about what grace means to my family and me. I can remember Lou, when his mother, who was a recent widow, brought her young family to church that we were attending at the time. I can tell you a lot of stories, but that's for another time. I almost qualify as being as old as the dirt under the church. I started out with a full head of hair and a very full and a very red beard. Now to find Nancy and I say just look for two Q-tips sitting together. Usually you'll find us in the first service. We joined Grace early on as the Bruce family. I think all 5 of us joined at the same time. And we found the systematic teaching to be as outstanding then as it is now. The church that we came from preached the bird's eye view from every book of the Bible. And we really wanted more in-depth teaching, and here at Grace we received that. As the attendance grew, the small group studies sprung up, and a close bond with those in the groups boosted our spiritual growth. The fellowship during the week amplified the Sunday fellowship. And because of the in-depth preaching and with the conviction that it brings, all 3 of my children are serving Christians. With the strength and sharing of you, the church body made the difference in their lives. Kevin serves as a missionary to Ecuador. Keith is involved with the Christian Motorcyclist Association and dedicates a week of his vacation time each year to the tent ministry for bikers going to and from the Loudon races, in addition to being in the sound booth here at church. And Gretchen, after graduating from Utri's Bible Institute, spent a year in Papua New Guinea as a single young lady. I contribute that to having a strong church family as an influence in their decisions. Although small group studies are part of a vibrant church, the gathering together on Sunday worship together and encouragement of one another is vitally important as well. I found in the 3 services that there's a disconnect that comes because the people who attended the second and third service and we who attend the first service don't get to rub elbows and share time in the coffee room or get to interact on Sunday morning. The larger sanctuary and a larger gathering hall would be great help in that aspect of the fellowship and worship. As I remember, as soon as the present addition to the original building was done, we found we were lacking in classroom space, both in number and size. For spiritual growth, the church growth to happen, we need to have adult valuable fellowship in the children's school that is vital and has room enough to grow. I'm reminded of the story of a newcomer into town, and he met an old fella on the street, which could have been me. And he told the old fella, he said, "You've seen a lot of changes in your life, haven't you?" To which he replied, "Yes, I have. I've been against every one of them." However, in the case of enlarging the church to teach and reach the community, I'm all for that change.